Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Serious Sam, the First Encounter. And I am playing this again. Well, I played the HD remake like ages ago without commentary, and I kind of wanted to do it again, but I didn't really want to just do it again with commentary, so I decided to do the game the remake was based on, basically. And this game is not really optimized for widescreen, but you probably won't notice that in any other place than the intro, so hopefully that won't matter too much, and I'm just gonna play the game. I was gonna play on mental difficulty, because some people actually requested me to do a Serious Sam game on mental. And the main difference between serious and mental is that mental is basically just hard difficulty, and the enemies are invisible half the time, which is gonna be somewhat of a problem, because I've never actually finished a Serious Sam game on mental difficulty. Mostly because I just didn't really like it that much, but now we'll see how good I actually am at the game. So let's go. After an amazing loading screen, and a story which no one really cares about. At the dawn of the 21st century, mankind makes a startling discovery. Beneath the sand of the earliest known human civilizations, traces of another even more ancient but technologically advanced civilization are uncovered. The profound scientific implications of this discovery leads humankind to the far reaches of the universe. Everything seems perfect, but too perfect to last. In the year 2104, human civilization is attacked by countless deadly monsters spawned from another dimension. In the battles that follow, humankind fights valiantly, but nothing can stop the monsters from coming. Earth's forces are steadily defeated, planet by planet from Alpha Centauri back to their own solar system. Because of his extreme bravery in battling monsters, Sam Sirius Stone becomes a legend. Wounded countless times but never defeated, Serious Sam becomes a living symbol of the Earth's resistance against the advancing evil. But no matter how bravely the human armies fight, they are defeated time and again. Attempts to defeat the solar system fail, and the Earth is now under direct attack. Humankind stares directly into the face of its own annihilation. World leaders must now turn their last chance to an ancient artifact called the Time Lock, a relic from a long-forgotten race, imbued with the power to teleport a single person back in time. The choice of whom to send is obvious. Right from accounting. Yes! So, yeah, that's pretty much just, well, all I'm gonna say about the story. I might actually just mention it here and there, because, the story is pretty much only told in large boxes of text, and I don't really feel like reading them because I'm really lazy. And I might come back to that later, but there you go. Also, this game actually looked really good back in its day. I think this came out in like 2002 or 2003 or something like that. And they made their own engine to make this game. And it actually looks really good compared to like the games that also came out in that time. I think Renegade also came around that time. I'm not actually sure about that, but there you go. Also, you can actually see a secret rocket launcher in this intro sequence. I never noticed that until now. There's gonna be a lot of things I probably never noticed until now, and this might be an all secrets run. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't actually like looked where the secrets are. So I'm just gonna go make this as many secrets as I can actually remember playthrough. Which I think are a fair amount, but I don't know if I actually remember all of them, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna play the game, gonna look at the time lock that's been hit by lightning repeatedly now, but apparently that makes it work better or something, I don't know. And so, a visage of our hero spawns from the time lock, floating slightly above the air, and then falls to the floor. Awesome. So this is basically where you can read the story about Natrixa. I can't say words anymore. But this is basically the person who talks to you during Serious Sam 2. A lot of people apparently didn't know that, which is kind of interesting. And there's a whole bunch of information here, which it kind of gradually fills up. And so there's a tactical data thing as you progress through levels and stuff. And the weapons just give you some information about your weapons and statistics and all that fun stuff. But that's not important. We are ready for battle. And there's actually a secret all the way over there. But I'm first going to grab a whole bunch of other stuff because scary things are there. And, oh, secret weapon over there, by the way. I keep forgetting that's actually a secret. It's really stupid because it's like right there. But there you go. And so right now, I basically have 2 revolvers and a knife. You can also see the enemies be gradually invisible, which is a bit of a bother. But, die. There we go. Exactly. He's singing in the rain. But I basically have a knife and a revolver. The knife is actually really powerful compared to the revolver, but well, its range is fairly limited, as you can imagine. The range is actually a lot worse. Also, push that wall to get the secret shotgun. But the range in the HD remake is like a lot worse than it is in the original game, which is kind of interesting. But there's actually a lot of little differences, mostly just due to the engine working differently. Like some enemies have a larger range in this game, and some just, well, they actually hit in this game, which they didn't in the HD remake, which is kind of strange, but there you go. And overall, I think in the end, this game is probably easier to play, but harder to speedrun, and that's, I think, the main difference between the two games. Also, there's secret rocket launcher over there, and secret rocket launcher ammo over here. And there's a reason why I'm getting that before going there. You might be able to see a very, very small red dot in the middle of your screen right now. It's kind of hard to see, but there you go. Blink, blink. But I'll go there in a minute. First, I'm just going to take care of some other secret areas. And these guys, I think they don't actually say their name in the HD remake either, which is a bit weird, but there you go. And one thing that's kind of a shame about mental difficulty is that you can't see enemies' death animation, because I think in this game every enemy has their own unique death animation, when in the HD remake they are all just ragdolls, if I remember correctly. So yeah, there you go. Also shoot that one with the rockets, otherwise it won't open. Crow Team has been released. Thank you. They do, it's true. Woohoo! But now, as we get more rocket launcher ammo, we can never have enough rocket launcher ammo for level 1. We can God, get out of the way. We can finally make our way to the one secret that is, like, scary. Like, really scary for right now, because we don't really have weapons. And I'm just gonna kill these guys because they are inevitably gonna get in the way. I remember when I didn't kill these guys and I was like over there and scary things started happening and all of them blocked my way and I got killed because of all the enemies that were shooting at me and I couldn't move. Ah, that was fun, but I won't let that happen again because now I'm just gonna kill everyone. Also, I got a quick save ridiculously large amount of times. In this game, you won't notice it though, because you'll see the little text in the top left of the screen, like quick save. But in this game, it's just quick save. You press the quick save button and it's done. And I quite like that about older games. I guess in newer games, they just have different systems for quick saving or something, but it takes like a million years compared to this. So yeah, I don't know why it really takes that long. Probably a reason, but I do not know. So these are basically the scary things. Well, part 1 of the scary things of a potential part 2. I say potential part 2 because sometimes part 2 doesn't actually spawn. Because the enemy spawns are not actually based on picking up items, but they are really just based on where you are in the level. So if you pick up an item but you happen to not walk over the enemy spawn trigger thingy, then they just won't appear ever. So there might be a chance you'll see scary enemies in a second, but there might also be a chance that you won't. So yeah, we'll see about that. Also, there's 2 enemies there, but I'm too far away for them to actually see me, which is kind of cool. I mean, I quite like that they can't actually see me at all times. So there you go. And now I'm gonna run back quickly and hope nothing spawns. We'll see in a second. Huh, okay. Yeah, for some reason, like 9 out of 10 times, there's basically a bunch of harpies there, which you'll see later in the game. But the spawn trigger is weird, and they sometimes just don't appear. I think it might actually have to do with whether or not you've killed all these enemies as well. And, well, since I haven't and won't, to be perfectly honest, because I'm also going to say right now, this isn't going to be a 100% enemy killed playthrough. Because some enemies don't actually spawn, and some spawn after like a ridiculous amount of time, like after like 20 minutes into the level or something, and this level is not 20 minutes long. It really isn't, and some of them just don't spawn at all. They're just outside the level, and yeah, it's a bit silly, but that's why basically I'll never make a 100% killed playthrough. I think in the HD remake they sort of changed this, I think. Like there's, I think there is actually an achievement for killing all the enemies in one of the levels, and well, in that level it is definitely possible to kill all the enemies. I'm not actually sure if it is possible in the original game, which is a bit silly, but there you go. And don't hit me. Thank you. Let's go forward. I think that's just about all the secrets in this level, actually. There's a few more passageways. Ah, actually, I'll just go through here. I've never actually gone... Well, I've gone through here like once, and then I found out there's really no reason to go here, so I never went through it again. But there's a little path over here. And it has a scary gnaw, but he dies instantly. And yeah, the knife just kills a lot of enemies instantly, which is nice. And this guy doesn't spawn if you don't take the weird path over here, which is kind of interesting. So now guy spawns here, and he'll say one-liner.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
Yeah. Not that I've played this game too much, but there you go. Also, that guy doesn't spawn if you pick up all these items. Also, the reason why I'm saying why enemies spawn or not, because in my HD remake playthrough on serious difficulty, I got a lot of comments saying, this is not serious difficulty because there are more enemies that spawn. And stuff and her. And now I'm just gonna go over every single enemy spawn in this game as to why they spawn or why they won't. And good luck commenting on that one. But there you go. Anyway, you can actually just run through the door now while it's opened, while enemies are running through it, and you'll just finish the level immediately, but I kind of feel like killing enemies in this playthrough. Because another thing about the HD remake playthrough is that I kind of was really cheap 99% of the time and just kind of rocket jumped on top of walls so they couldn't hit me. I guess I could probably rocket jump on top of that. But there you go. I kind of don't want to do that during this playthrough because it's kind of a little bit too easy. Because there's a lot of places where you can just jump and enemies won't be able to hit you ever. Also, hey, I got all secrets. And I didn't even get close to all the kills. Mostly because half the enemies didn't spawn for some reason. Which is good. It's good. And we go to level 2. I think I'm only going to play the first 3 levels for today because I still kind of have a bad throat. And it's kind of evil and mean. And this place could actually be kind of bad. I've never actually done this on mental difficulty, so this could be fun. So there's basically guys that have rockets in their or bombs in their hands, and they explode when they hit you.
Yourself.
And now there's gonna be a lot of those, and that could be really bad when they're invisible half the time because these guys deal a fairly large amount of damage. And one thing I think they did improve in the HD remake is the audio, because even though the sounds are the same, I think it's easier to tell where the enemies are based on noise, and you can actually see their shadows while they're invisible. That's a bit weird. I never noticed that. Because I never played on mental difficulty, really. I'm gonna kill this guy with a knife. And this is like 1,000,000 times easier in the classic game compared to the HD remake, because your knife range is so noticeably longer in this game than it is in the HD remake. So, there you go. So, there's evil guys here. They're not nice. They want to kill me. They're not nice at all. I mean, there's not a clear skeleton or anything. Gonna run over this hill in a second. These guys are pretty much probably the dangerous enemies in the... Well, possibly even in the game, to be perfectly honest. Except for, like, one exception. Which I'll go over once we actually find those. They're behind me. That's not good. That's even worse, actually. Don't go. Blah. Because at least these guys, when you kill them, they are dead. Well, when you shoot them, they are dead pretty much, and they kind of kill everyone around them. And when they hit you, they're dead as well. But clear skeletons can jump all over the place, and when they're invisible half the time, that's actually really bad because they don't make that much noise. And apparently there's a health thing over there. I never knew that. I wonder if enemies spawn if you pick that up, actually. No. Oh, okay. There you go. I learn things every day. And I'm just going to try to pick up as many things as possible. So as many enemies as possible spawn. I think a clear, like 3 clears spawn if I pick up this thing. Which is not nice. Yeah. Oh no, wait. Rah. Scary man. That guy's the only guy that makes swoosh noises. So when you hear that noise, there's somewhere is a person throwing bombs at you, and it's unpleasant. And you can probably kind of hear that weird eagle noise. That is actually a harpy. And I'm sort of sure that there are harpies that don't spawn because you kind of hear that sound throughout the entire level. And I'm just gonna climb up here. Hey, a secret room has been located. Boing. There's harpies in that room, and I don't like those harpies. They are not nice. and I kind of hope they will climb out of the room without me actually having to be close to it. Because they hurt. They can hurt quite a lot. They are considerably more dangerous in this game than in Serious Sam 3, in my opinion. Because in Serious Sam 3, they only appear in like 2 levels and they don't really do anything. But in this game, they can be kind of dangerous if they get too close. Also, this jump is like 90 times easier in the HD remake. I don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why, because people are getting really annoyed. If I fail too many times, I'm just going to rocket jump to it, because there's actually a secret area over there. And I kind of want to get that, because there's ammo, and I want that ammo. Because the one major difference between serious difficulty and also tourist difficulty, actually, compared to mental difficulty and every other difficulty, you actually have twice as much ammo in serious and tourist difficulty, and I can't make this jump forever. I used to be able to do this, but then I played the HD remake, and then I got horrible with everything. So, that was a rocket jump. If you jump and then press the rocket, and then pretty much press the shoot button immediately afterwards, you'll do a rocket jump, and that's way higher than an actual jump. And that's basically how you get to areas, like on top of walls you're not supposed to get on. And this is ammo for a gun I don't have yet, but I'll get it in this level, and I like that gun, because it's very good. If I pick up these things, I think enemies spawn. I think in the HD remake videos, I didn't pick these up either, because I was scared of the enemies. Although they're not that bad. Although I think the enemy spawns in serious difficulty are considerably different when compared to like mental or normal or hard or any other one. This is especially noticeable in level 3, I think, which I'll go over when I get there, I suppose. But yeah, you'll see that basically what they did for serious difficulty compared to the other difficulties in enemy spawns is that they replaced enemies with other enemies and sometimes just added more of them. So normally you'd have like those purple guys shooting at you, but they've replaced those with those skeleton horse thingies. I'm just gonna call those skeleton horse thingies. They're called clear skeletons, but I think skeleton horse thingies is a more general name that people actually know. So I don't want to go down here. There's nothing interesting down here if I remember correctly. I think there's like an enemy down here or something. Yeah, there's an enemy down here. Yeah. Oh, and there's actually 10 health. Wow, that's so useful. That's almost worth getting-ish. But you spend more ammo actually getting rid of these enemies than you actually receive, unless you like kill everything with a knife. But the knife is scary with these guys because they do very powerful melee. I think they deal like 40 damage. Also, going back to actually, I'll go back to that in a second. You can't shoot these guys in this version. You can only shoot them in the HD remake. You can't shoot through this thing.
Stupid headless freaks.
Yeah, that's kind of a shame. But going back to rocket jumps, they actually changed the mechanics of rocket jumps in the HD remake as well. Rock! Which I'll go over once he's finished. Oh, with that. And in this game, it's based on how much health you lose. So if you have armor, you'll actually jump lower than when you don't have armor because you lose less health from the rocket jump. And I think in the HD remake, it's just always the same height if you do it right. Also, that one health thing spawned around here. And he's like really rude, which is not nice. So there's a guy there. You can't see him, but he's definitely there. And basically push to this wall over here. It's actually easier to see in the classic game than in the HD remake. It's almost impossible to see in the HD remake, but there's a wall here you can push and you'll get the Tommy gun. And this weapon is sort of ish required for this area because these guys are not nice. They deal a fair amount of damage, and there's always a very large amount of them, and it's just not pleasant to be here. And that guy is also kind of rude. But he dies in one shot, double shotgun shot, so it's nice. And I actually am standing next to this wall for a reason, because they opened over there, but they're opening over here as well. So if you stand in the middle of the room, you'll basically just be surrounded. And come to think of it, there's probably one room in the game where I just have no idea how I'm going to do it. Because there's going to be a lot of those enemies, and it's very not nice. And, yeah. Enemies! Kill them all with a shotgun. Kill the red guy with a shotgun. And kill the clear skeleton. He's over there. He's not nice. Ah! And sometimes the clear skeleton actually jumps on this pad, which is hilarious because this is actually a jump pad. And he'll just fly all over the place and be really confused. But you basically just need this jump pad to get the secret armor that is on top of this platform. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, now we've done that, I guess I'll pick up these because I have no idea what happens when you do. I just never do it. Yep. There. Ah, there's another one. I kind of figured they would surround me. I didn't think they would, like, be 3 of them. That's very rude, in my opinion. They are very rude people. Get up here. Get the secret. There must be a secret underneath the staircase. In every first-person shooter, it's a rule and a law. And I think a skeleton spawns if I pick this up. 2 of them! Oh my god, my health went to bad levels. Yeah, so that's why I usually don't pick up 1 health or 1 armor power-ups, because bad things happen. But it's important to get as many points as possible, because otherwise you'll lose. That's actually a lie, but I don't care. This actually is kind of a bad area. I'm just gonna save here because this could go horribly wrong if I mess this up. Enemy spawns running back. Because if you kill the guy that spawns to the top, a bunch of these frogs spawn. I think they're called marsh hoppers, but I've just... Ow. I think they're called marsh hoppers, but I'm just gonna call them frogs because they're... Well, they're frogs, to be perfectly honest. Oh, wow, I missed. I'm good at this game. And, yeah, basically just... Once you memorize all the spawns in this game, it's actually not that difficult. But, don't memorize all the spawns in this game, it's not worth it. In fact, you should just play this game on cooperative and just ignore every part of story semblance whatsoever. That's probably the best way to play this game, and I think everyone will agree with me on that one. Because, oh god. It's basically just shooting enemies, the game, and it's really entertaining. And I think you can get the classic edition on Steam, like if you buy like the gold edition of Serious Sam HD, I think, which contains both the HD remake, first and second encounter, and it contains the classic games. And it's the classics are definitely my preference for numerous reasons. One is that people actually play online, I think. Actually, I'm not sure if they still do, but I think one of the major reasons... There's an enemy somewhere over here. One of the major reasons people played this online was because you could basically play the pirated version online, which I probably shouldn't say because that's all piracy. But that really... There's just a lot of servers still available generally when the pirated version can be played online, which is kind of interesting. But I would still just recommend just buying this game because Proteam is an awesome company in my opinion. They make fun games. Well, they make Serious Sam, and I like Serious Sam, so you should support them because they are awesome. And there's an enemy somewhere over here. You know, I'm starting to get the feeling why having the enemies be invisible half the time is kind of a bother. It makes it kind of hard to see them. Also, if you get hit by... I'll show what happens when you get hit by this rock. Yeah, it deals damage. Quick load, it's like instantly. But yeah, that takes about half your health, and if it's still moving, it can basically just crush you instantly, which is fun. You can actually get enemies killed by it as well. I kind of hope I can get like an enemy killed by it. That would be kind of hilarious. Also, bulls die in 2 rockets. It's a fun thing to remember because in this game, there's no sniper rifle. They actually added like a sniper rifle in the second encounter. And that thing is ridiculous, and it kills bulls instantly if you know how to use it. But we'll get to that if I ever end up playing the second encounter as well. We'll get to that. There's a harpy over here. Harpies are not nice. I mean, their actual attacks, like their distance attack things, like the weird little things they shoot, they are useless. They deal virtually no damage, and just overall, they're not scary at all. There's an enemy over here. But when they get close, they kick you, and then they're behind you, and it's really terrifying when there's like 1,000,000 guys all doing that. I wonder if I can get someone killed by this. That would be really fun. Get crushed by it! Yeah! Aw, damn it. I was kind of hoping he would get crushed. Oh, he did! Wow. Awesome. You can see what happened to the enemy that got crushed by it. Awesome. Hitler. Oh, yeah, and those guys, they die in 1 rocket. Also fun to... That's actually something you should probably remember, because those guys can be really terrifying if they deal damage. Yeah. And I missed. And that makes me sad. Yeah. Flammen. Also, small difference that you probably have noticed. The double-barreled shotgun shoots slower than the single-barrel thing, but well, it deals more damage. But I tend to just switch between the two whenever I need to. And there's a secret place up here. For some reason, you can really easily jump up this slope. And what happens when you pick up this? I don't actually remember. Duh! Bad things happen. Although this is kind of adorable, actually. These guys are so useless. They do nothing really scary, ever. I mean, they can punch you, but even their punches don't really deal that much damage. So they're just kind of adorable. They should have more adorable enemies in video games. And I'm just going to pick up this health because I can. And leave. Onwards to level 3. I think I got a lot of secrets here as well. I'm not actually sure. I think I'll do the level after this as well, just for fun. And then I'm going to take a little break because I think I can do that. I think I can do that. Also, when I'm down here, I think I pick up like this ball of sorts. Yes, I do. So that's I'll just go over the story real quickly because no one cares and no one has ever read it. Basically, you go back in time to stop the evil forces from destroying your planet, as you saw in the intro, and you get these 4 balls because they open the door to the nice place which summons the people from the past, and good things happen when you do so because they'll help you save the planet from devastation and all that fun stuff. That's basically the entire story. Also, these guys are actually those clear skeleton things on serious difficulty. That's probably one of the easiest things to explain in terms of spawning differences, because you can just start a game here on serious difficulty and one on like mental or normal, any other difficulty, and it'll be those enemies.